And indeed, welcome Tuesday night. Time to jump into the fire. Ron Hall here. Hope everybody's had a great day. First off, I want to thank each and every person who watched Sunday night. Over 1,000 people have watched Sunday night's live stream. Thank you. One, for telling Dave Staley how this town feels about him, and John Madewell. So thanks to all of you for tuning in, going back and watching, and unreal. Hello, Kim. Hello, Alan. It's been a great freaking day. I feel like William Wallace in Braveheart, because I have started the process toward freedom. Because today I got the first dose of the Pfizer vaccine. So almost a year in hiding will be coming to an end by April Fool's Day. Oh my God, that will be so wonderful. And to try to get life back to some normalcy or normalcy or whatever the hell it's called. Maybe it's a side effect of the vaccine that I don't know how to pronounce crap today. Better get it ready, because on May the 4th, Chattanooga Lookouts do open the season. Yes, no coffee tonight. I actually went through the drive-in window at Jack's tonight. So didn't feel like cooking. So to hell with it. I just went through the drive-thru, got some chicken tenders, and my belly is full. Arm is, it's a little tender. But, hey, if it gets us out and about, because CDC's coming out with some guidelines now, if you want to have small gatherings and everyone has been vaccinated, you can have small indoor gatherings maskless. Pretty cool. But back to the Lookouts, May the 4th. The season starts against the Rocket City Trash Pandas. And Jack's is pretty good. This is only the second time I've been there, Alan. Biscuits are really good. Are they Bojangles quality? Come back to me on that one. But May 4th, Rocket City Trash Pandas, the newest team in the league. And for 140 years, minor league baseball was its own entity. No more. Everything is governed by Major League Baseball. And as it stands right now, when the Lookouts open the season on May the 4th against the Rocket City Trash Pandas, looks like Major League Baseball is going to allow somewhere between 40 and 50% capacity. So that would be around 3,000 people for a sellout. Tickets will go on sale soon, but only the first 18 games will be available. Only the first 18 games. Now, one of those edicts that's come down from Major League Baseball is that no one's on the field but the players and the coaches. So until further notice, you won't see between inning acts like the superstars and stuff like that. A lot of the between inning stuff is going to be gone for a while. But hopefully as the season goes on, that will loosen up. So May the 4th, AT&T Field, Chattanooga Lookouts baseball returns against the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Rocket City is a suburb of Huntsville. And boy, do they have a flipping palace at that ballpark in Alabama. It is a palace for minor league baseball. Hopefully we get one in Chattanooga in the not too distant future. Chattanooga Mocs are now the number 14 team in the FCS rankings after the overtime win against Citadel Saturday. They're off this week and then go to number 15 Furman. So bracketology's already started for the FCS playoffs, and they have the Mocs making it to the playoffs and hosting, we hope, a first-round game against South Dakota State. Now, this is bracketology, so everything's subject to change. Let's see. Mock softball plays tomorrow night. Still no fans allowed. They play I believe it's Western Kentucky. Hopefully here, a lot is going to depend on what happens if and when Mayor Coppinger decides how he's going to handle the mask mandate. But right now, the plan is Mocs return home on March 27th, and the plan is to have fans in the stands at Finley Stadium. So let's keep our fingers crossed. That will still be a few days short of me being able to go. But there's definitely light at the end of the tunnel. Apparently, Pepe Le Pew is the next on the let's go after him bandwagon. I don't care either way. I just did not find, even as a kid, I didn't find any humor in Pepe Le Pew. Just wasn't there. Something missing. A French skunk? I don't know. Tennessee legislature is still pushing very, very, very hard to allow what some advocates want to call constitutional carry of firearms, which means you don't need any kind of permit to carry a weapon. Now, those who support Marjorie Taylor Greene need to understand she's out there, and she did a media thing yesterday stating that H.R. 8 in Congress right now is a national gun registry. That's a freaking lie. That is a lie. Get the microphone close to me so I can yell a little bit. All H.R. 8 is to require nationally background checks to buy a weapon, to buy a firearm. I got no problem with that. After an incident that I'm not going to get into it, but Fort Oglethorpe police are useless. This affected my family yesterday at the Walmart in Fort Oglethorpe. And my granddaughter and her baby are in Walmart, and her friend is holding my great-granddaughter, and some jackwagon old fart makes some kind of freaking comment, to which her friend responds. Then the older guy decides he wants to throw down, and all my granddaughter's friend is doing is defending himself, but he gets hauled to jail for disorderly conduct along with the jackwagon that started the shit. The Fort Oglethorpe Police Department is about as useful as the East Ridge Police Department. They are not useful. All they are traffic cops. Now, speaking of cops, Hamilton County Sheriff Jim Hammond, we don't have enough police, y'all. We don't have enough deputies because the people think cops are bad. Well, you've got some real jackwagons working in your sheriff's department, Jim. They beat the hell out of people. Plus, you don't pay enough money. You don't pay enough money. So quit whining. Let's hope somebody replaces Jim Hammond as sheriff. Hammond needs to get into this century, this decade of 2021, and understand that Billy Badass may not be the best person to have a badge. CPD is hiring some great officers. And I know two of them personally because they were Chattanooga Mock softball players. But personnel for Hamilton County, don't know about it. So, Hammond, quit whining. Today, the Tennessee Historical Commission voted almost unanimously to have the bust of Nathan Bedford Forrest removed from the Tennessee state capitol. Even Governor Bill Lee has said it's time. I made a social media post, get rid of it. And some of the responses, someone asked, am I in favor of eliminating history? For some reason, my cigar won't stay lit. And we know y'all truly enjoy watching me smoke a cigar while I'm running my mouth. No, I'm not. But in this instance, I wholeheartedly want the bust of Nathan Bedford Forrest removed from the Tennessee state capitol. That man helped establish the Ku Klux Klan. He was a grand wizard of the KKK. Why in the hell? I don't care that he was a Civil War general. I don't care. He needs to be eliminated from history, other than he was on the losing side because of his involvement in a horrible, horrible piece of American history, the KKK. Now, Pepe Le Pew, I don't give a shit. I didn't like Pepe Le Pew cartoons anyway. I'm a little bit more warped than that. Hi, Cindy. Cindy, get along. Cindy. I'm going to play that clip for you one night, Cindy, from the old John Wayne movie, Rio Bravo, where Dean Martin, then Ricky Nelson, and Walter Brennan were singing in the jailhouse at Rio Bravo. Because it was, I mean, Dean Martin's one of the greatest voices of all time. Hello to my son, Chris. Folks, I posted it up today. This is the world's #1 horror movie podcast. And they have a new one because there is a remake of From Dusk Till Dawn, and they have a review of it. You need to go watch it. Chris and Eddie T will be on this very location Sunday night. And we're going to talk horror movies. We're going to talk horror movies. I don't know if horror movies you can remake, okay? Because technology is such that if you want a slasher movie, you can really gore it up with today's technology compared to what it was 20, 30 years ago. But I'm just not big on movie remakes. You can do it in the horror genre, but the word is out on the street that they're doing a new Scarface. I think I mentioned this last time or time before last. Is it going to be the original Scarface, which you can't be because there is no Italian mafia anymore. It doesn't freaking exist. God knows I wish it did. And you can't remake the Scarface of the 80s because South Florida is not overrunning cocaine anymore. Not like it was then. I lived in Florida during the times of Scarface. Coke was everywhere. Cheap and plentiful. So we're going to see. I'm not going to be jumping in line to get it. But it was good to see back to Nathan Bedford Forrest. It was good to see Governor Lee finally capitulate and get on the right side of this. But now word out of Nashville is Lieutenant Governor Randy McNally is going to fight this tooth and nail. He wants the bus to remain. As a Tennessean, I want it removed. That is part, yes, keep your monuments. But if it's something to someone that is so scummy as Nathan Bedford Forrest, get rid of it. Okay? Just get rid of it. So hopefully this will be a done deal despite the efforts of Tennessee's lieutenant governor. Tennessee still ranks in the bottom 10 for number of vaccinations delivered. We're in the bottom 4 for education. And yet, as I say time and time again, our state legislators are more worried about a transgender problem in high school athletics that doesn't exist. They're more worried about Billy Joe Bob being able to carry a weapon without a permit. Alan just asked a question. Where will it go? Personally, throw it in the damn trash. Nathan Bedford Forrest has no redeeming value whatsoever. But that's my opinion. I could be wrong. But, you know, it was alarming to see a poll in Chattanoogan.com where we know their polls are not scientific, but 62% of the people who responded said they were against the stimulus package. Well, one little provision in there is that some people are going to be able to get some decent health care insurance for next to nothing compared to outrageous premiums that they have to pay at their jobs. Because I think the threshold is going to be around $19,000 or $20,000 a year or less, and you're going to be able to get affordable health care that will at least cover something. But then again, our state legislators, Helton, Smith, Carter, Gardenhire, Watson, all refuse to address that issue. And there's money to expand Medicaid there has been money to expand Medicaid in these COVID relief packages, but Tennessee doesn't want to do a Medicaid. Because they've got TennCare, and TennCare doesn't cover people. I relayed this to you a while back. The possibility of a man being able to get TennCare is slim and none. Because right here, there was a lapse in my coverage, and I had none. And the social worker at Erlanger did all the documentation and everything that they needed for TennCare, and they turned it down. Because my medical condition did not meet their criteria. Huh. It's funny. Meets the criteria for Medicare, but it doesn't meet the criteria for TennCare. What's wrong with that picture? I tell you what, Cindy is amazing. I like her answer, melted down and used for other things more positive. I love it. I love it. They're just not doing their job. And now you see an ad by one of our state legislators for House Joint Resolution, I think it's number 8, regarding term limits. State legislators have nothing to freaking do with it. But yet they want to throw their picture up with it like they're doing something. I have yet to see one state legislator from Hamilton County do a damn thing. except one gets their house raided by the FBI. I don't know about you, but when COVID first struck, I was very impressed with New York Governor Cuomo. Now he's a walking, talking piece of crap. In fact, you know what? I have not done this throughout the new year. Da 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 da. The first 2021 member of the piece of shit list is Governor Cuomo of New York. First, you lie about COVID numbers. And now your old ass is hitting on 20-year-olds. Dude. This is unreal. In these days and times, I don't know how old Cuomo is. He's in his 60s. But he's hitting on 20-year-olds. Dude, God almighty. If you're that damn lonely, do the right thing. Do the Charlie Sheen. Buy a hooker. Have some scruples, man. First of all, as everybody knows, I'm single. But I have hard and fast rules. And number one, if it's a woman that's under the age of 40, I may look stupid, but I ain't stupid. But apparently, Governor Cuomo's thinking with his little head instead of his big head, and he's hitting on 20-ish people. He needs to, I don't have a dog in the hunt, but he needs to resign just based on lying about the COVID numbers. The numbers were far worse than he was giving. And now this guy needs to resign. To his credit, his brother on CNN is keeping his mouth shut about it. So, oh yeah, we're going to have some asshole merit badges real soon, Alan. Cuomo needs to go away. He really needs to go away. Now, one other thing that really bothered me over the weekend, because I wanted Sunday to be about one thing and one thing only, and that's my buddy Dave and John Madewell. But Pope Francis went to Iraq. And there were talking heads on Fox blasting him for that. Why? He is the leader of the largest Christian faith in the world, only outnumbered by Muslims. and that's the Catholic Church. And before I know we're in the South, and there's a lot of anti-Catholic rigmarole in the South. I don't know why. And before Catholic Church was founded by one of the disciples, okay? And if you go by the tenets of the Catholic, they're pretty strict. They don't believe in birth control. They don't believe in divorce. If you're going straight down the line of the faith. But I thought it was a good thing. I thought it was a good thing. And for some of the talking heads on Fox to be blasting it, I just totally don't understand. Cindy, I love it. Cuomo is screwed no matter how loud it's right. Men in power need to learn how to act, because it's pretty damn obvious that some of them don't realize it's 2021. And you can't act like we used to act when we went to nightclubs on Brainerd Road. You can't act that way anymore toward women. My word of advice, if the woman is interested, let her approach you. I guess that explains a lot to me, doesn't it? Because if you're still acting that way, and if you're acting like Governor Cuomo, you need a good, quick reality check. And you need to realize the world doesn't operate that way anymore. Yeah. It's like, to the best of my knowledge, I am the only public address announcer in college softball who does not use the term first baseman, second baseman, or third baseman. In all of my time doing college softball, I have never said first baseman, second baseman, or third baseman. When I'm doing player introductions, it's playing first base, playing second base, playing third base. I started that on day one 15 years ago because something here, it didn't feel right saying that when it was a female out on the field. And I've never dropped that habit. And I'm surprised I'm still the only one that does it. Because I do listen to athletic events on television sometimes because I want to hear the public address announcer. I want to hear if there's anything I can pick up on to use. I mean, some of the stuff I do at the ballpark comes directly from Todd Lights of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Or Marisol Castro of the New York Mets. Going to wrap it up here. How many of you remember March the 8th, 1971. Yesterday was the 50th anniversary of the biggest boxing match of all time. Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier, their first encounter at Madison Square Garden. "50 years ago." Now, there's a lot of misinformation out there, especially being spread on social media. Ali Frazier was not Muhammad Ali's first fight back after basically being in exile for refusing the draft. His actual first fight was in October 1970 in, of all places, Lester Maddox Run, Atlanta, Georgia, against Jerry Quarry. And then he had a fight against Oscar Bonavena. So there's a lot of information being put out there in social media and by ESPN and all of this garbage that it was Ali's first fight. And it wasn't. So, one other tidbit. Can I highly suggest don't listen to Press Row on the ESPN Radio 105.1 The Zone. I would be an occasional listener until today. It is a sports radio show. You're supposed to be talking sports. And they're spending 20 minutes or more on that damn royal family crap. I am so over it, turning on the radio news, turning on the television news, and all they're talking about are those two idiots and their interview with Oprah. What is America's obsession with these two people? I can't figure it out. I thought we fought the Revolutionary War to rid ourselves of royalty. But if that's what a locally based sports talk show is going to be talk about, I don't want any part of it. You can tell them I said it. Red Zone Ron. I tweeted, what WTF at ESPN Chattanooga, your sports talk show, and you're talking about the royal family. Come on, give me a break. Well, don't forget, we will return Thursday night at 7 o'clock. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Good night.
Oh, look at me. I'm rambling again. Well, I hope you folks enjoyed yourselves. Catch you later on down the trail. Say, friend, you got any more of that good sarsaparilla?
Goodbye, 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 goodbye. Without a doubt, gonna be one burnt out. Take us running out here for far too long. All you do, 'cause I'm getting so low. Nothing can you give me makes me feel so bad. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.